Greg had appointed back. And then, so, I don't know what. The last township board meeting, they rescinded the appointment. Because in their motion, they appointed him as the ex officio from the planning commission. But technically, the planning commission decides that. So then, I don't know.
What's happening?
I don't know if it was rescinded. Appointed to the ZBA. So we're waiting, or how that's going to work. Yeah, so I don't know. Oh, you got me. Okay. Thanks, Gary. Yeah, I know. So, damn. My thought was on this. That we should wait till we have whoever new is here. We cannot do it tonight.
All right.
I don't know what your thoughts are.
I tend to agree with you on that. Also, Joe, I thought I saw an email saying that he doesn't want to be on the board anymore. It's been on
Yeah, so
right?
he wasn't reappointed.
Okay.
So August 31st was the end
Okay.
of the term. So until we have a new person,
Right.
who's going to be.
I agree.
Well, just an FYI, Greg called me and let me know that he wasn't going to be on the board anymore. And instead of being an alternate, he was. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, wait, it's got to be like documented, right, at their meeting, so the next township board we'll see.
It was
Yeah,
a month or two ago.
yeah.
So, did it come up?
No, in the township board meeting,
Right.
he had appointed Zach
Oh.
to the ZBA, but Zach's on the planning commission, so then they rescinded. The planning commission appoints an ex officio to the ZBA, not the township board. So, still, stuff going on, you know.
Yeah.
So I think for tonight, we'll get into it, probably wait on the officers to see what. Is the tape rolling? Okay, thanks. Okay, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Carrie, if you go through roll call, please.
Chet Schultz,
Here.
Jeff Scott,
Here.
Rich Erickson,
Here.
Don Bubka.
Here.
Okay. We'll move to approval of the minutes from the August 11th ZBA meeting.
I move that we approve the minutes as written.
Okay, support.
Support.
Motion and support. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Opposed, so approved. Okay, go into new business. So the first item is selection of officers, which we need to do, but we will go ahead and do that once we have a full ZBA. There is a pending appointment or person who will be coming to the ZBA. So we'll postpone that for this meeting until the next one. Okay, if we go to appeal number 1, please, Gary.
A request by Karen Maynard for a 6-foot rear yard setback variance to build an accessory structure at 13255 Roan Road, Fenton, Michigan. Parcel ID 4704-24-300-008. The property is zone FR, farming residential. Reference Tyrone Township Ordinance number 36, section 2001, schedule of regulations.
Hey, thank you. So is the applicant in attendance? Oh, hi, Karen. Do you want to come up and then give us a brief summary of your request, please?
Sure. What I would like to do is I would like to build a gardening shed. And on our plot, as you can see in there with the drain field and where the existing pole barn is, the drain field from the septic slopes down towards the south and west side of the pole barn, which is where we originally wanted to put it. But it changes the drainage of our backyard, which would cause the backyard to be wet all the time. And then we looked at putting it on the other side of the driveway, but we only have 20 feet, and so we have run into the issue with the variance there because the house is set quite back far on our property line. So putting it where I show it in the pink there is the most convenient spot to my vegetable garden, and it doesn't change the drainage on the lot. The other thing it does is it removes an existing chicken coop that's only 3 feet from the lot line. So it brings us, the new structure is more in compliance with the variance than the current structure that's there. But yes, so I would like a potting shed, basically.
Thank you. Any comments or questions, board members here? No. I was just curious, have you thought of maybe putting it right up to the driveway to make it like an easy entrance for wheelbarrows and stuff? I don't know. Or are you
You
gonna
mean,
put
well,
4 feet over? I don't know what you're driving in your driveway. But
it's kind
just a
of
thought.
gravel into the grass. So
Okay.
if what I did was I took the cement that comes off, there's a little cement apron in front of the pole barn, and I just lined the driveway as a straight line from that cement, but the driveway's actually gravel outside of that.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
yeah. And I wanted to allow a little bit of a room for a ramp, because it'll be a step up, because, it's got a foundation under it, and I don't want to run over the ramp with a car.
Yeah. Thank you. Is there any written comments received, Carrie?
I have not received any feedback at all.
Okay. Any public comment regarding this appeal at this time? Not seeing any. Okay, then we'll bring it back to the board for consideration of action. So, thanks,
Thank
Carrie.
questions or concerns? On this picture here, where would the shed be located? I didn't,
If you look
Make it
at the house and then straight back from the house,
yeah,
you can see the chicken coop.
right here?
Yep.
Yep,
And
okay.
so this new building would be to the west and a little bit farther south of that chicken coop. And the chicken coop will be gone.
Yeah. Makes sense. Entertain a motion. This appeal.
I move to approve the appeal as presented.
There's a motion, is there support?
I'll support it.
Motion is,
Supported, right?
yes,
Supported,
support.
okay, thank
Okay. There's a motion and support to approve the appeal as presented. All in favor, or roll call,
you.
please.
Do a roll call
Thanks.
first.
Sorry,
Don
Karen.
Bucka,
Yes.
Rich Erickson,
Yes.
Jeff Scott,
Yes.
Chet Schultz.
Yes.
Thank you. So move to appeal number 2. Gary, read that.
Number 2 is a request by Lawrence and Michelle Hines for a yard location variance to build a carport in the front yard at 10418 Carmer Road, Fenton, Michigan, 48430. Parcel ID 470410101012. Property is zoned LK1 Lakefront Residential. Reference Tyrone Township Ordinance Number 36, Section 2102D2A, Accessory Building and Structures Provisions.
Okay, is the applicant here tonight? Thanks for coming.
Well, my, 90% of my yard is in the front. The backyard is, it's like a soup bowl. And you can squeeze a lawn tractor in there to get the grass cut, and that's about it. There's no way I can build anything back there. So my idea was, I got a 1 acre front yard, and I've got it, where I want to put it, it's going to be right next to a giant tree. And there's a 90-foot buffer in my front yard, you can't even see it from the road. And it's approximately 25 feet from the property line. And I don't have a neighbor to the north side, I don't have a neighbor.
On this side here.
And it would be a sideless carport, open on all 4 sides, just enough to cover my RV for the winter time.
Make sure I'm orienting right on this viewer here. So,
It's tucked away in the woods.
yeah.
Obviously, I didn't take drafting in school. But the measurements are accurate. Bought one of those walk behind counting wheels. So it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, so your location is roughly in this area here.
Yeah, right behind that tree.
Let me, so behind this here, this tree, is that what you're mentioning?
That big tree, a little bit, right there.
This, okay, so you're gonna be closer to your house?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And right there's the gate going to the backyard. If you keep going there, right.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a
That's-
little gate there.
Are you intending to gravel this all, like?
Actually, I have a slab of cement already poured,
Oh, there's cement there, okay, okay.
25 by 14.
That's enough, okay.
I didn't think this was gonna be an issue, really.
So any other questions besides what I've asked from the board here?
Unfortunately, though, there's no backyard to use, from what I saw.
Are any of the neighbors here?
Yeah, we'll be asked for that'll be the next
All
one,
right, all right.
yeah.
I have one of my neighbors here.
Yeah, any other questions from board members before we go to? And we can follow up with more if we have more later too, but.
Has anybody been by to look at it?
I drove by, I didn't go walking the property.
Okay, well, I left a note on there, give me a call first.
Yeah, yeah,
So I can,
yeah.
walk you through it and everything. Yeah, you probably couldn't see it from the road, could you?
No.
You can't see much.
And it's got a nice 90-foot buffer in front of woods. It's where all the deer hang out, run out of the traffic.
Is there any, written comments received for this appeal? Okay, any, public comments, or any in attendance? Yeah, if you could come, state your name.
My name is Michael Yules. I live at 10348 Carmer Road. It's the brown at the very bottom of the screen. That is my garage right there.
Oh, right here?
Yep.
Okay.
So you can see that from the second floor of my house, it looks almost directly that direction. I cannot see that. I would want to vouch for the Hines family. They've been good friends of ours for 20 years. I have no issue. I mean, as a fellow RV owner myself, there's no way he can put that behind his house without an elevator, a lift of some sort. I mean, it's just impossible, so I'm just here to support him in this. I would not bother me one bit if it was there.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, thanks. And, bring it back to the board for questions or consideration of action.
I also was wondering whether or not we need to include in this request the flat work. Did you pull a permit to do the flat work?
No, I did not.
The only,
Concrete guy said that he knows the job, so he said he won't need it.
oh,
And I may be mistaken.
but, the only question is it 25 feet off your property line? The concrete is?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That would be the only thing, if you built that closer than what you're asking for a variance. So, thank you.
I believe the measurements on that map.
Yeah. That would be the only concern, Don, if it was,
Mistake.
yeah.
The previous owner got to do with,
Good question, Don. Any other questions? Okay, entertain a motion for this appeal if there's no other questions.
I move to approve appeal number 2 as presented.
There's a motion, is there a support?
I'll second it.
Okay, there's a motion and support. Okay,
All right, roll call. Chuck Schultz?
Yes.
Okay. Jeff Scott?
Yes.
Rich Erickson?
yes,
Don Bucko?
Yes.
okay, thank you. Okay, we'll move to appeal number 3. You can read that, please.
A request by Sharon Tinker and Pamela McKay for a yard location variance and a 38-foot front yard setback variance to allow an existing non-conforming barn to remain in its current location following a boundary realignment. Located at 13492 Foley Road, Fenton, Michigan 48430. Parcel ID 4704-13-400-006. The property is zoned FR Farming Residential. reference Tyrone Township zoning ordinance number 36, section 2102B2C, accessory building and structure provisions, and section 2001, schedule of regulations.
Okay, thank you. Is the applicant here? Oh,
Rhonda Coates actually speaking on behalf of my mom and my aunt.
oh, okay, all right, thank you.
So the barn in question is the metal one right
This one here?
there,
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
And we're doing this to secure my mom's driveway. She has always used that driveway to access her home, which is the one that sits in the back. And when they split up the property, you know, got their inheritance and got the property and split up in 2000, I think it was. I'm not really sure why they did it the way they did it, and not giving her the driveway access and using the creek, you know, as the boundary line. So that's what we're trying to do now.
Okay. Okay, so with the boundary realignment, that's putting this close to this property edge.
Nope, it's putting it too close to the road.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, because that's technically your front yard there, yep, okay. Any questions, board?
The issue is not necessarily the building, but the right-of-way to get back to the back property, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And technically, the barn is probably pretty old.
1963.
That's what, okay, yeah, so, yeah,
Yeah.
predates our,
So you wanna move the boundary line that's in blue over to the creek?
Yes.
The only question I would have, that's in farming residential, right? So that other parcel of property, would that be over 3 acres across the creek?
Yes,
That would remain over
Yes.
3 acre?
it would.
And is that owned by a family member?
Yes, my aunt who's here.
Okay.
yeah. Alright. Is there any written correspondence received?
Nothing
No.
received.
Okay. Any public comment regarding this appeal? Let's see any, okay. Bring it back to the board then. Thank you for consideration of action or more questions. See the barn's further back from the road than both houses next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting situation.
The only question I would have, is there anything in writing that would show that parcel then would remain over the 3 acre minimum for farming residential?
Well, yeah, and for us, Chet, we are only concerned with the distance from the barn to the road. That's what their appeal is.
Oh, that's what their
Yeah, for
appeal is.
us, right, yeah, so because they're doing something with their property, then the new zoning ordinances apply. So that's why
Correct.
they have to ask for a variance for that barn, even though the
Yeah.
barn's been there before the zoning ordinance was, so.
Before I was
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, so.
Which essentially makes it non-conforming.
Yeah, yeah, right. So, yeah, so we'll,
The parcel that's being split, if it was to be put towards the creek, my aunt currently has about 9 acres, so it would still give her, what sits with her home would be about 5.
yeah.
That's a
yeah.
4 acre piece.
Yeah, and like hypothetically, if it was gonna be under 3 acres, then you would have to go for approval from the planning commission to go less than 3 acres. So for us, we're only, but yeah, appreciate that. Oh, it's good to know, right? It is good to know. So yeah, we'll bring it back for consideration of action.
I move to approve appeal number 3 as presented.
I'll second.
Thanks, Jeff. Roll call, please, Gary.
Don Butka,
Yes.
Rich Erickson,
Yes.
Jeff Scott,
Yes.
Chad Schultz.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move to appeal number 4 then. Carrie, read that.
Okay, a request by Jack and Peggy Nichols for a yard location variance and a 6-foot side yard setback variance to add on to an existing barn located at 12263 Center Road, Fenton, Michigan, 48430. Parcel ID 4704-14-300-034. The property is zoned FR Farming Residential, reference Tyrone Township zoning ordinance number 36, section 2102B2C, accessory building and structure provisions, and section 2001, schedule of regulations.
Okay, thank you. I assume you're the applicant? You, Mr. Nichols? Okay, thank you. If you could go ahead with the brief summary. that'd be good.
What I was proposing to do was put a lean-to on the west side of my pole barn,
Okay.
the length of the pole barn, and expand out 17 foot. Originally, when I looked at it, I thought we was within the 20-foot easement. After I found the northwest monument and one up south of measure, I would be infringing on an easement 5.5 to 6 foot on one end and 2.5 to 3 foot on the other, which will still leave me 14-foot easement.
So you'll be 14 feet off the property line at your
Correct.
closest point.
Correct. I looked at putting the building to the north, but then the elevation changes, and to the south, there'd be too much fill and.
Any questions from the board?
Did the property owner to the, I think that's to the west, right?
Correct. Richard, I think I see him back there.
Did they submit any comments or anything
I
to
have
us?
not received any comments.
Okay, going to the next spot. then
Yeah,
public
we're on the
comment.
west.
Okay, what was your name, please, if you could? for
Terry
the record?
Nagy.
Okay. And this
And
parcel?
The lean-to will be almost, at the line. We don't have that issue. We just want the water runoff to be,
We're not changing the grade.
we've been getting a bit of a river when it rains heavy and things right down our side drive along there, when the initial barn was put in. So now he wants a lean-to to come off of that, which makes it gonna come shooting closer than our property.
We're not
to
changing
run
the
off.
grade.
Once you finish your comment, then we can ask more questions. Okay,
We just wanna make sure we don't get a big river drain off compared to the little bit of a creek we get when it's heavy now.
We also had it.
let me see, I'll have her, let her, and then, any other comments?
Yeah, that's it. We just
Okay.
wanna make sure we don't get more runoff than we already get with a lean-to getting closer.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
I'm going to join in too.
Any other public comments? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Veronica Nagy,
Okay,
live with the parents
okay.
at the house there. So structure-wise, not really an issue, but like she said, with the drainage right there, it used to be a little gravel pit through there, so the natural contours have been kind of gone. So right next to where his barn is, there's a noticeable drop between our property and his. And that's the concern really, is just where water is gonna flow, since it's gonna be close over there. Closer it is than it is now, That's,
So I guess I have a question for you, if you don't mind me asking. If you increase the roof line of the building, water's gotta go someplace. If it goes to the opposite side, is it still gonna go into your yard?
well, he's got that front open easement, I believe, the front of his property, that south end. So if it was drained, to the south, more directly than towards the west, it should be able to go more in that open area right there.
Any other comments for this one? Do you have any other comments
No, no.
besides the drainage
Yeah,
issue?
but that's
Okay.
mostly what it is.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Any other oral comments? on this appeal? Don, if you have any, you have other questions, then you can go ahead if you have some.
The whole topography of that hill from the north, it all drains back down at his property and my property. And about where you have your cursor there, we had to install, I got a 24-inch pipe so that my drive, underneath the driveway, but just to your left there a little bit, right there, because the water floods from the high ground behind us. Some comes on mine, some comes on his. But we have not altered the grade. And we don't intend to have to alter the grade. It's kind of a valley, half on his in the back where it comes this way and it kind of flows over this way, so I'm taking half the water, he's taking half the water. I mean, if the roof being there, the water's still gonna lay on the ground and drain whichever way it's going now. We're not changing any of that.
No, but your roof does act as a water collection and direct it.
It's gonna bring it on over to the west side, you're correct. But I mean, the property kind of goes that way, so come off the roof or come off the ground, it's still equal.
Have you thought about possibly putting a gutter system and a drain tile to direct that water where it's not gonna?
I have a gutter on this side of the barn over here, but the land kind of goes towards his, between me and Mr. Nagy's property, to our property line. So if I directed it over here, it's still gonna come down their property line. There was 2 fence rows there, and there's a swale between there. That accepts a lot of it. Where it goes past that, which we haven't dealt with, goes up towards Center Road. Mr. Nagy, when I spoke to him about doing this a while back, and he invited me over to look at his barn, which is over there, that he has a real flood problem with his existing barn and always has, where the water runs right through his barn. That's nothing to do with where our property lines are or anything we've done. But I do know he's got an existing problem. It's probably been there for 30 years. And we haven't contributed to that.
Any
I
other?
have additional comments too.
Okay, one more comment? Yeah, go ahead.
Just with the barn, this drainage from him comes down like all the way to the east of our property, all the way down to the road. So like in a winter thaw, you can see it traveling down that way. Because we are, like further north you go, it's a higher elevation. So it's gonna go somewhere. That little section right there was kind of the in-between of the properties and it would hold more water, but it's been kind of built up differently now than it was before, when my parents moved in when I was growing up.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
So you said you do have gutters on the barn now on the front side, on the driveway side?
On the east and west side, I do have gutters there, which the trees plug them up so bad that
Okay,
they're really not effective.
but so
And
the,
I'm sorry?
so the drainage from the existing barn will not be modified because that's going into gutters.
We're
So
tying right into that.
the lean-to will tie into the same gutter system or no?
I really wasn't planning on putting more
Okay.
up there.
No, but, so I guess my question is, the water coming off the roof of the existing barn will go into the existing gutter system still?
No, we're gonna remove that,
You're removing-
because it's gonna tie in.
You're going, okay, all right,
Flush right off.
gotcha, gotcha.
I mean, I could put a gutter up there, but I don't know, it's still gonna end up going downhill to where it
This
comes
way.
from behind his house and way behind mine. I don't really see a negative effect for what we're doing.
Hypothetically, if, I was not able to see this at all, but if the water's coming out on the driveway, where does the water go?
It just dissipates in the yard. Well, right up where I showed him, if you put your cursor back where my driveway comes and makes a turn by the barn, right by that row of pine trees, that's where I put that 24-inch culvert to accept our water that goes up towards the front. Because our yard just would sit flat and be stagnant. And then it runs up to our front yard.
So essentially, no matter where the water is falling in that region, it's headed to the property line where that swale is.
Both his property and my property go like this, and his gets a little flatter, and it starts way back by the power lines that are past our property. And I know we both have a problem with water runoff, but there's nothing because of what we're doing.
Is there an entrance into your barn on this side?
I have a door down at that end, down there, and then over by the front where the vehicle's parked, there's 2 garage doors.
Okay.
I would rather build to the north there, but the ground goes up so high, I'd have to have it stepped up, and I'm just trying to find a place to store my cars and equipment, so.
Okay, any other questions from the board? I'll entertain a motion for consideration of action.
I would move to approve appeal number 4 as presented.
Okay, there's a motion, is there support?
I'll support.
Okay, there's a motion and support, roll call vote, please, Phil.
Chuck Schultz, Jeff Scott,
Yes.
Rich Erickson,
Yes.
Don Baca.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
So, we'll move to.
What's that?
So
Yep.
everyone who was approved,
Thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull your permits for your building or for your other equipment. Okay?
So Carrie, for miscellaneous business, I know we mentioned the selection of officers for the next meeting. Is there any appeals currently on the agenda?
For next week, you said?
For next
For
month?
the next week, yeah, we actually just got an application today for next month,
So there's at least one?
so at least
Okay.
one, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, we'll move to adjourn it then. Move we adjourn unless there's other items, guys. Thank you.